Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome back to another video. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the lady comp 3 years later. If you've watched my previous lady comp video that I did how many years ago now, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Today's topic is just basically about contraception, natural form of birth controls basically. Now I have been using, this is what I mean when I say the lady comp. This is it. This is what it comes in, and this is what it looks like. And it's basically like a temperature thing that you take every morning, and it tells you sort of when you're fertile, when you're not fertile, and when your period is due and all that kind of stuff. I remember buying it, I remember ordering it like the week that I gave birth to little madam, because I was like, listen, nobody wants any more babies, like I'm done. But then I don't want to go on birth control because I've had, as in like, you know, I don't want to go on like any type of birth control because I've had bad experiences with birth control. If you guys don't know, let me quickly give like a brief explanation. So I've had the injection and I've also had the pill, and those two for me just did not work. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have contemplated maybe like freezing my, is it? No. I have contemplated getting my tubes tied, but if you're Nigerian and Yoruba, like just saying that, even I remember I was telling my mom that I actually contemplated getting my tubes tied. She was like, God forbid, you know, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't sit well within the African community, getting your tubes tied. I don't know if you guys, if any of you actually have, please let me know. I would love to know. But I honestly yeah, I'm just looking for wood so I can be touching wood as we're talking about this birth control stuff. I don't want any more children. I love kids, you know, I've got 3. I'm very happy. Financially, I can't, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, like I can't afford any more children. So I wanted to give an update on my lady comp. Let me give you a brief story about this lady comp. So I was searching online, you know, what forms of birth control can I use, like, you know, and because it's like, just when I first heard of the lady comp, I was thinking, what, you just take your temperature and that's it. But there is a new thing now that's come up like after this, because this is what, 3 years old now, which is, I think it's called like natural cycles. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of like these YouTubers, like these, you've seen a lot of people on YouTube talk about it. It's like this, it's like a stick. I think it's called natural cycles. This is basically my morning alarm clock. Once it goes off in the morning and I take my temperature, so you put it in your mouth every morning. I have been using it every single day for the past, yeah, nearly like what, nearly 3 years now. Because I remember when I first I've been using it every day since. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, how much? Like, I looked on the website, I said, is there a smaller one? You know you're like trying to negotiate. But then I sat down and I thought, but babies aren't cheap either, but like children are expensive, so pick one, you know. But I managed to negotiate a very good deal with the man that, because you know, you can ask for help and then you chat to somebody. We actually became friends over email. He phoned me and everything like that. He has a wife as well, and the wife has been using it for like 10 years or something like that, or like the wife has been using it for the wife had been using it for 10 years. So I managed to negotiate a monthly payment plan with the people at Lady Comp. So I was paying for the price monthly. I believe this was like £500 or £600. I could be wrong. I will leave it might be cheaper now, we don't know, but I will leave a link to the website down below. So I managed to set up a payment plan where I was paying £40 monthly, or was it £50 monthly, because I couldn't fork out £500, you know, we had just had a baby. So yeah, and I really wanted this. I did my research. So along with this lady comp, so basically let me explain what it does. So every morning you set a time. My time right now, my time for this, the time that I set on this right now is 5:45 a.m. Take it, it tells me my temperature, and then it will also tell me, you know, basically red, yellow, green. So red means you're fertile, yellow means you're unsure, and then the green is, you know, you're good to go. But when you first get it, it is advisable to use it for a couple of months, which I did. You use it for like, so that you can get to know your body and that kind of stuff as well. And one thing I like about this lady guys, by the way, I hope you know that this is not sponsored or anything. Like, nobody's sponsoring me, but this is something that I've been using for a long time, so I feel like I can actually talk about it now, because when I first made the first video, like, it was something like very sort of new, you know, getting used to. But now I feel like, yes, I'm confident in this product. Where's the wood? Let me touch the wood. I'm touching many wood in this room. Yes, touch wood. No babies, touch wood. So yeah, so as I was saying, so one thing I really like about this is that the battery lasts a very long time. Initially when I first had it, I was using rechargeable batteries, but I don't know what happened to my, I don't know what happened to the recharger thing. I don't know what happened, but then I switched to just normal batteries and it lasts a long time. I'm talking like 6 months. I just changed it recently, and prior to that I'd been using it for a very long time, and it alerts you when your battery is low, but the batteries last a long time as well. And you can change it, you can change the days on there. You can change, for example, this bit here is like for when you're on your period. So right now I am on my period, so I'll tick it, and hold on, no, yeah, so that's been ticked, so it documents that as well. I believe you can input like your height, your weight and stuff like. Let me double check. And it's very easy to use as well, and you can look back on all your like your previous datas and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. And along with this, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first was reading about this, I was very skeptical. I was thinking, is this gonna work? Because Lord knows that I don't want any more children and all this business. But I believe it is also good for if you're trying to have a baby as well, because then you know the days that you're fertile, then you give it a go, and the days that you're not fertile, you know, I don't know. So I guess it helps both ways. And also along with this lady comp, I have been using this app. Now this app, I saw people talking about it on YouTube, to be honest, and then I got it like early this year. It's called Clue, but I don't have the, I haven't paid for the premium one. I just have the basic Clue app that you can download if you have an iPhone. And I've been using it with this as well. So as you guys can see right now, I am on my period. Today's day 4, so like I'm smiling, I'm in a good mood. Come and see me on day 1, or come and see me like a week. Can ladies relate to this? Like a week before Auntie Flo comes in, I don't know who I am. I am not a nice person, and I've been working on this. I'm praying to God to please deliver me from this thing that just takes over me a week before Auntie Flo reaches town. But anyway, so with this as well, because I've been using this for, I discovered this thing in January, like January of this year. And so I discovered this app, I think January or February of this year. And I was like, well, let me give it a go, because you just input, you know, when you're on your period, when you're not, and it tells you when you're PMSing as well. So it tells you when your period is coming. It's only missed my period date twice, as in like it didn't get the date right on 2 occasions. For example, this month it told me that my period was supposed to come on the 1st of December, but it decided to come on the 3rd. No, it decided to come on the 4th of December, which is the same day it came last month as well. So because I feel like my cycle varies between 25 to 28 days. Like, do you guys know like what your cycle is and how many? Because some people, I guess, I don't know, some people their period is like scattered. They don't get it on the same day every month. But with mine, it comes around the same, if not the same date every month, but around sort of like maybe 2 days earlier or 2 days later, depending on whether I'm stressed or whether I'm stressing or not. And one more thing that I have observed, this is getting a bit this is a bit like a lady, you know, we're having a lady, this is for the ladies, by the way, because I actually want to ask a question. One thing I've observed since I've had little madam is that when I am stressed out, or like I'm, you know, like when I'm stressed out, or yeah, I've noticed that when I'm stressed out, I will just bleed randomly, and it will just be like a little bit, and then that's it. And it always sort of happens after I've finished Auntie Flo. So like maybe like a week later, say I'm stressed within that week, I will just randomly bleed. Like, ladies, am I the only one? Is this because I've had 3 children now? Like, what's going on? Like, this never happened to me when I had the first child. It never happened to me when I had the second child. But since I've had little madam, any little stress, like I've finished Auntie Flo, she's gone away, I'm back to, you know, being my smiley, you know, life is, oh, life could be great but it's okay self, and then randomly I will just bleed. But yeah, so here's the app. I've been using it for a while. I like the fact that it tells me when I'm fertile as well. So this app tells you when you're oh guys, I've been using it. Did I say January this year? Look, I've been using it since I said I've been using it since January, right? No, I've been using it since September 2017. So last year September is when I've been using this thing. I didn't even know that. But yeah, so I've been using it for over a year now. And me personally, I know when I'm fertile, because you get, I don't know if you ladies can relate, but I know when I'm fertile because I get like the discharge is different, you know. The discharge, I feel weird talking about this, but you know, let's think things like this needs to be discussed once in a while. Please, I'm not an expert, or I'm not a qualified what are they called? What are the people that help you, like, with, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse, but this I know when I'm fertile. So during those times, I'm like this. Nuh-uh. If you're somebody that's on contraception now, you're thinking, oh, what can I take? Or, you know, maybe you want to come off it, or you want to try something new and all that kind of stuff. It's worth looking into the lady comp, and it's also worth looking into the natural cycles and read up. And you guys know in the lot when I spoke about the lady comp, I have a book that I also read up on. It's called something about taking charge of your fertility or something like that. So it's just about, you know, how the period works, how your body works, and how the whole like menstrual stuff works. It's worth having a look at, and there's nothing as good as, you know, getting to know your body like from the inside out, if that makes sense. Because I couldn't imagine, because I always think, like, imagine, I couldn't imagine me being on contraception for even like the coil. There's been so many, like, I don't know, like horror stories, and I'm just so glad that I have found something, touch wood, that, you know, that is working so far so great. And also I think even if I did want to get my tubes tied, I think I'm too young for it. I don't think they'll let me. I think you have to be like, is it 35? I'm not sure. I think you have to be, is it 30 or 35? But I know you have to be a certain age to be able to get your tubes tied. But it is something that I'm definitely considering, because like ain't nobody, I don't know what children. But anyway, there are some people out there who are on contraception and they haven't had any adverse effect, nothing like that. You know, everything has been fine, they're good, there's no problem, they don't even feel like they're on anything. Whereas with me, when I was on contraception, it did the reverse of, it's like, what was the point of going on something and then like I don't even feel like doing anything, because you just like me personally, moody, weight. I think that's when I gained like the most weight, when I was on the injection. Like I blew up, as in like and it happened so quick. And the thing is, if the weight went in the places that, you know, the places that will make you look, you know, I wouldn't mind. But like my face was like this big, but you know, and then when I came off it, I was ill and lost so much. I was sick. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Me personally, I wouldn't mind using a condom. It's like the best, is safe. So one more thing, ladies, just because you're married doesn't mean that you shouldn't go and get yourself checked regularly. A lot of people think, oh, because I'm with one person for the rest of my life, I shouldn't go and get checked. Listen, life can come at you fast. Because I remember when I went for my last checkup, the lady said to me that that there was an incident where a man basically had been, you know, having an affair, and unfortunately, because obviously the woman thought, yeah, husband and wife were married, everything is fine, she ended up, you know, they both ended up contracting HIV, because the lady never ever got checked, because she thought, well, I'm in a marriage, I don't need to get checked. But life can come at you fast. So that's one thing I took away from that, is that regardless of whether, you know, I'm in a marriage or, you know, with somebody for a long period of time, I still need to get tested. So that's one more thing I wanted to throw in there, just because, you know, all this is all fun and good, but are you checking your down below? Make sure you get it checked. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.